All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live. We are about to get the national anthem underway here. After that, we'll have our starting lineups as the Charlevoix Raiders are getting ready to take on the Cheboygan Chiefs here on a Tuesday night, February 18th. And the Northern Shores Conference, we want to thank our first quarter sponsor tonight, Bingham Insurance Services, for making this game possible for you to be watching from the comfort of wherever you find comfort from. We will now, at this point in time, send it down to public address announcer Ann Gorney, and as we get ready for our playing of our national anthem.
It is citizenship in action. We ask you as parents, fans, and officials to join us in making this a positive experience for all involved. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please stand if you are able. The Star Spangled Banner recalls our past and our ongoing fight for freedom, the freedom of diversity, and our responsibility to promote respect and equality for all. Let us be united in those efforts today as we join together for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, welcome back in, everyone. Charles Trail along with Eric Huffman here tonight as we're getting ready to present you with this game between the Cheboygan Chiefs and the Charlevoix Raiders. We've got a lot to talk about here on the pregame show tonight. So first of all, Eric, the boys' districts were drawn on Sunday night. Let's break down the districts for each of these two teams before we get into the starting lineups.
Yeah, for the Joburg district, all of these games, I guess, are being played in Johannesburg. Opening up for that on the first night of districts will be Mansalona versus Inland Lakes, and then East Jordan versus Joburg. And then following up for round 2 of that district, the winner of Mansalona Inland Lakes will play Harbor Springs, who drew the 1 seed. And then the winner of East Jordan and Johannesburg will play Charlevoix in the second game for the Wednesday games. And then the final will be on Friday, usually I think around 7 o'clock.
Starting lineups for the Chiefs tonight will be Owen Kimbrough to go along with Nolan Schley. Also, Andrew Kiefer getting the start tonight, and Landon Gahn, last starter for Cheboygan. For Charlevoix, it'll be Ryan Pearl, Logan Watkins, Joe Gaffney, Vitaly Collins, and Jackson Krause for the starting lineup for the Raiders. The Cheboygan district, Eric, is a non-traditional district, and they could potentially have home court advantage throughout that district for Class B, actually.
Yeah, absolutely, because you've got the whatever your home team and your top team is the host for that. So yeah, you got Cheboygan another way all the way through to the district final.
So definitely an advantage for Cheboygan being in that non-traditional district, having the ability to essentially sleep. I shouldn't say sleep in your own bed every night, but to play where you practice every single game of that district round. And that will they'll be taking on some Northern Shores opponents in that district. Everybody from the Northern Shores Conference except Sault Ste. Marie will be competing in that district against Cheboygan. So they'll have Boyne City, Grayling, Kalkaska to compete with coming up here, but we've still got 1 full week left of the season. It'll be Krause and Schley at center circle here as we are underway.
Cheboygan at the top of that district, Boyne at the bottom. So it could be a meeting of the two for a possible nice-looking district final. as we get our way down here. Oh, skip pass intercepted by Collins. He's got the left lane. Looking to see if he's got any help. He's got none. He'll kick it out to Pearl. Let's start up some offense. Back to Collins in the corner. He'll drive the lane underneath the Watkins for a nice looking look. And one made puppy, and we're off and running early on.
That's a nice job by Charlevoix turning the turnover into points. One thing they did really well in the first half against Elk Rapids down there in Elk Rapids on Friday night, they made some three-point shots in that first quarter. And will Charlevoix be able to continue their hot shooting here tonight against a shorthanded Cheboygan Chief team? But there's a nice elbow jump shot as Cheboygan has an answer. And that was credited to
Andrew Kiefer.
Yep. So far, we're knotted up at 2 points apiece. Both teams just trying to find their footing. There's a nice rebound by Carson Kiefer, who climbed the ladder for it.
Yeah. It was a nice look inside by Ryan Pearl, though, just not able to finish. A good steal by Kraus in the paint. Get your lanes filled. Make yourself available. If you don't have anything, you should have a trailer. Maybe get something off of that, too. That's
the second turnover so far for Cheboygan here early. Kraus on the kick out, puts it up, and puts it in. Assist to Watkins.
It's a nice look to see early. Kraus hitting an outside shot. Also able to drive, get that gentleman some work outside and inside as well. Nice rebound by Watkins. Take it up the middle. You got your lanes filled. Gaffney come up the left side. He's got nothing. He's going to get it to Pearl, and we'll set something up. Watkins up at the top of the key, skipping it over to Gaffney. Going to take it from the corner, and no good. Nice hustle rebound by Kraus. Good to see him active early. Gaffney going to go up strong, off the glass, and in for two.
There's a nice 7-2 start, and second chance possession there presented by Jackson Kraus. Oh, pretty close. A lot of contact there. No call.
Yeah, good strong room by Kiefer. Yeah, I wasn't sure. They, towards the end of that JV game, they kind of cut the touch fouls with the same crew, so kind of curious they didn't call one there.
Kiefer on the rebound. Cheboygan trying to cut back into this 5-point lead.
Nice hesitation, a crossover. And sticking it to it from Andrew Kiefer for all 4 of Cheboygan's points so far tonight.
And he's got both shots from the elbows. That mid-range jump shot, for all the kids tuning in there, mid-range means inside the 3-point line.
Lost art of the mid-range jumper.
It is a lost art.
Get a little 2-3 zone from Cheboygan right now. So you're only helping them out by, if you're just going to pass the ball around and weave around the top. That's kind of what you want, unless you're going to set some screens for some open shots. Good steal by Cheboygan, able to get it down there. Oh, and a missed puppy by the Chiefs.
Yeah, that was an opportunity they had to even the game. Well, break the score of the fast break points, but Cheboygan unable to make that one.
Yeah, the Raiders need to go to some type of 1-3-1 or some type of 1-4. Set yourself maybe for some type of overload and getting it all on one side. Nice look on the backside of Watkins for 2.
How about that? Jackson Kraus dropping a dime.
Nice to see Watkins 4 points early on, who missed the previous game.
I think he would have been a major factor in that game down in Elk Rapids, just with the depth that Elk Rapids came at Charlevoix with, especially in the fourth quarter.
Boy, what a great game that was. Charlevoix still had a chance to pull that one out. Needless to say, we watched the Elks get crowned Northern Shores Conference champions for the first time.
The inaugural championship hardware resides in Elk Rapids, but both these teams still with a lot to play for. A lot of talent on both of these rosters as Gaffney puts up the corner 3. No good. Kraus, what a play that was.
Nice follow. And again, nice to see Kraus going off early. 5 points for him this period.
We'll make a highlight. We'll put that one on a highlight as Kraus did a good job of following it. And we have our first stoppage of play here at the 3:36 mark. This game is moving with a brisk pace.
We're talking about the Northern Shores Conference. We were looking at some of the district draws and stuff around here. The Northern Shores could be well represented going through districts this year if everything works out in a certain way.
It certainly could, Eric, as Cheboygan inbounds this one. Landon Gahn has it up top as the Chiefs work it around the perimeter. A little back screen there for Kimbrell. He'll drive in, put up the left-handed runner. No good. Kraus on the glass.
Nice quick outlet. Watkins, see if he can keep his balance. Ooh, I don't know if they're going to give him a tip ball. Nope, off of Watkins going the other way.
It looked like he was, like you said, Eric, about to lose his balance and just a little out of control. Maybe a little rusty after trying to recover this weekend.
Yeah, it's one you kind of want to try to gather yourself and maybe offer the ball and fake the ball up and see if he goes flying by you. Sometimes you can read their shoes and then go up for a nice, easy shot.
Especially in high school, playing off of 2 feet can be so vital, as Nolan Schley scores it for Cheboygan. Actually, any level. You play off of 2 feet if you're a guard getting into the paint, you're going to have good results.
Yes, sir.
I don't care. I mean, just look at, Jalen Brunson is a prime example of that. Did it at Villanova, does it at the New York Knicks. I mean, he's 6'2" in the NBA.
Yeah, we need to get one other guy over here and overload this zone. You've got 3, it's 5-on-5, and you want to overload a zone and give yourself some passing lanes. Or set yourself some back screens for some lobs over the top of the zone.
Stolen by Krause.
By Krause. Now he's got position. Now he's got to keep spacing and wait for Gaffney to come in, where Gaffney's got more of a wide open layup.
Right.
Kind of your 2-on-1 drill coming back from your 32-21.
Maybe just a little bit uncomfortable with where he was at the floor at that moment in time.
It's all about spacing with that. Then that defense has to commit to you or the other guy, and one or the other is going to get a nice, easy shot off. That's an all right shot, yes.
There's an offensive rebound by Pearl. Collins drives in, kicks it back out to Pearl in the corner, who puts up the floater too strong, rebounded on the glass there by Schley. And we've got to travel. Only the second pause of play at the 1:43 mark, and checking in for the first time will be Carter Greenacre.
Pack his bags, he's traveling.
Yep, pack his bags, and as they travel, we're going to tell you about the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Speaking of travel and featuring just what you need to get out of this snowstorm, get to the sun and the sand with Cherry Capital TVC Airport. Find out more for yourself at tvcairport.com to book your next spring break getaway today.
Nice cut inside by Pearl. And a kick out, too. You need to do more of that inside-out game to get that defense to collapse on you and kick out for the wide-open shot.
You get that high post to the baseline runner.
Nice. He's got to square up, though. A little too quick releasing that ball.
Schley on the glass once again for the Chiefs. It's an 11-6 game.
Nice job by Pearl on the defensive end and then saving it, getting into his teammate.
Been really impressed with the defensive execution of Charlevoix here early, causing a lot of steals.
I don't know if you mentioned Carter Greenacre coming in.
I did.
Lethal three-point shooter. Nice to see him permanently up on the varsity, it looks like.
Schley with another defensive rebound. That's 3 consecutive for him. Schley, just the sophomore.
A very young Cheboygan team.
Oh, yeah. One player we don't get to see here tonight is sophomore Gavin Smith. He's a pleasure to watch play basketball, too. The sophomore class here for Cheboygan, very well represented on this varsity team.
Cheboygan showing some good patience right now.
They're probably playing for the last shot of the quarter if they can hang on to the ball.
Krause needs to be careful overplaying that pass. Almost gave up a drive.
Yeah, this will be the last shot of the quarter for Cheboygan.
So you can hear coach saying, okay, let's go.
And no good at the end of the quarter for Kiefer. It does not go for him. It's a 5-point lead for the Charlevoix Raiders as we enter the second quarter of play. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back after this.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our Northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods, with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of
And welcome back. Officially the start of the second quarter. Charlevoix up by a handful over the Cheboygan Chiefs here in this Northern Shores Conference clash. This is the last conference game for the Charlevoix Raiders here. They'll be playing Thursday night on senior night versus a non-conference opponent, the Frankfurt Panthers.
That'll be a good one.
As we are anticipating this being a good one tonight, Charles Strail along with Eric Huffman here.
Yeah, building up to districts now.
That's right. Everything this week, I would say you want to improve, whether it's a different type of defensive scheme, Eric, or maybe get better at playing against zone defense. Just trying to sharpen the tools in your toolbox.
Yeah, unless you're in the middle of a race, you know, looking to chase a title, then you are preparing for districts at this point.
Corner it goes to Greenacre. Gets a little screen from Kraus. Cheboygan still in a zone here on this possession.
Which means if you're bringing kids up, normally you have them up getting time or whatnot, and start working on rotations and possible game schemes or philosophy you want going into districts.
Another rebound by Schley on the defensive side of things. Man, he's been all over the window so far. Hammer pass, corner three ball for Cheboygan is a little too strong for Owen Kimbrell.
Nice rebound by Gaffney. Collins makes himself available. Yep, almost had a quick shot off. A nice drive. Leave for Kraus. Another nice find for Kraus in the middle, too. 7 points for him on the night already.
Kraus has gotten really good at getting a quick release of those shots when his teammates find him, especially, you know, by the free throw line near the basket.
Ooh, and they tried to jump the double there on the wing. The problem is you got to have everybody over-rotate and cut off all the short passes, and you have one guy left open.
Here's Schley up top. He's going to launch the three ball and a little bit off as Greenacre boards for the Raiders. Tell you what, if you're Cheboygan, you got to like the frame on Nolan Schley.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just the potential that he has as Pearl catches it in the middle, tries to drop it down to.
Yeah, too much.
That was Kraus, the intended target.
A little too much traffic in there. His initial look was over in the corner, which is the pass he should have made because he was wide open.
Right. I think Pearl might have predetermined where he wanted to go with that pass there, Eric. We have a substitution there. Watkins coming back in.
Come back in for Collins. Yep.
There's a baseline drive by Carson Kiefer, and he scores it off the window.
Nice take up. Again, I've always hated giving up baseline. As I'm trying not to give up my voice right now.
Don't give that up. We're just heating up in terms of the playoff run. As Kraus puts up the three and too strong on that attempt, but Gaffney's on the glass.
Gaffney.
And that's a great play by Joe Gaffney. Baseline drive, swing it around to Kiefer, back up to Carson Kiefer. He'll drive in, score it again off the glass. So
that's the second slice and dice too. She got to be aware of his drives now.
Carson Kiefer starting to heat up, attacking the basket. It's a 5-point lead, just as it was at the end of the first quarter. Already 2.5 minutes into this second period. Greenacre, man, Cheboygan's doing a good job of closing out to Greenacre, notably so because when these teams played the first time, Greenacre made 4 3-pointers up in Cheboygan. So you can see how closely and how quickly they're closed out to him in the corner.
Yeah, the other issue is right now, they're not playing enough of an inside game, trying to get stuff inside, just settling for outside shots right now. I've only seen one person, it's either been a 4-out, 1-in, or a 5-out, trying to leak somebody inside.
Kimbrell's going to put up the three ball short. Rebound by that is Gaffney. Three ball from Greenacre, no good.
Got a decent look at that. Needed to have Gaffney run in from the opposite corner going in there for that rebound.
Stop and go move by Carson Kiefer. Kicks it back up top to, wow, that was a nice play by Landon Gahn to get his feet set. And it's a 2-point, one-score game, and Charlevoix is going to take a timeout as the Cheboygan Chiefs have come out here executing at a high level in this early stage of the second quarter. We're going to go ahead, take a quick 30-second timeout, and be back after this.
For you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad.
But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, here we are. Welcome back. Charlevoix with a 3-point lead. They called that lane. So,
let me switch in my unofficial scorebook here.
So, Eric, one thing that's kind of been the Achilles heel for Charlevoix's execution so far, they've gotten a little greedy at times, getting the ball to the high post of the zone, but then wanting to get the pass down to the baseline, and Cheboygan has taken that one away, I believe, 3 times.
Yeah, you know, nice fight, nice grab by Kraus there and finish. But, yeah, it's been too much of trying to force it instead of just giving what the defense gives you.
And they just took what the defense gave them right there as Kraus got the baseline pass from Pearl and scored it. 9 points for Kraus so far.
And again, you've got Carson Kiefer. You know, you've had two nice drives from him. You have the right defender on him to make sure he isn't able to attack like that. As we get a nice 3-point shot.
Yeah,
this time from Gon with 3.
He's got 5 straight for the Cheboygan Chiefs. He's starting to heat up a little bit from the perimeter. That's a shot you got to take if you're Collins. And
yeah, Chiefs all went to see where the pass was going to go to and left him alone. Unfortunate not to make it.
Schley tries to track it down, but it's saved right into the hands of Joe Gaffney. Here come the Raiders with an even-numbered break. Gaffney over to Collins. He'll drive in, drop it down to Kraus on the baseline, and he'll take it, and it rims out. Tough luck miss for Kraus, and here come the Chiefs.
Yeah, just a missed shot. Just get back and play some D.
Gon tries to dribble handoff to Kiefer, and it goes out of bounds. A miscommunication there between the Chief guards. So it goes back over to Charlevoix, and they have this 2-point advantage here in what's been a very closely contested game so far. Largest lead of the game has been 5 points.
Got Joe Gaffney back out on the court, giving Logan Watkins a break. You don't know if if he was feeling under the weather or not the other night. You can tell he's looking a little gassed here in the second half or in second period.
Kraus swings it over to Gaffney. Collins skips it over to Gaffney for the wide open 3-ball. Got it. Nice find by Vitaly Collins. Gaffney did a good job of kind of floating up the 3-point line to make himself available.
That's kind of what Collins needs to be so far tonight. He's kind of facilitator. They've been taking Collins' drives to the basket away. So if he can find those guys when they're trying to collapse on his drives, he'll be the all-assist man tonight.
First time entry tonight for Cheboygan is Luke Hoskins as Carson Kiefer gets it to the basket once again. He's got 6 points in the quarter. All 11 points accounted for by Carson Kiefer and Landon Gon here in this second period of play. Gaffney from the same spot. Little short. Kraus on the offensive
nice
glass.
Rebound by Kraus. There we go. A little too much hands-on action there after the rebound.
So what happened to Cheboygan there is in that zone, Nolan Schley has to come over and play the middle of the paint, which leaves Jackson Kraus guarded by Carson Kiefer and Landon Gon on the weak side for that rebound. And anytime it's a battle of verticality, Kraus is going to win that.
Well, you should be posting Kraus up on the block right now on offense anyway. You can just clear it out. Just go point guard over here on the wing and one on the block. Just let him go one-on-one.
Up top to Collins as he'll work it around, try to get it inside, and he's fouled.
There's one of those Collins drives. At least got a foul out of it.
And we've seen him have that ability to get into the paint and find teammates so far tonight, Eric, but that time he was looking to score and just be aggressive himself.
Yeah, again, like I was just saying, they've really taken his drive. He hasn't even been able to get close to the rim tonight without at least 2 people collapsing on him. So, yeah, his ability to find guys for open shots will be important. And knocking down free throws.
And he makes 1 and 2 at the line. Tapped around. Kraus got it and scored it. The combo of Kraus and Pearl on the offensive glass just a little bit too much, and now the Raiders have their largest lead of the game, a 6-pointer.
Kraus playing his number right now, 11 points and a half.
Swung over. Kimbrell with the corner 3. No good. Collins collects the rebound. Here comes Charlevoix looking to make it a 3-score game.
You got to be ready for that. You got to know where you're throwing it.
As
A little
Greenacre,
too fancy. Unforced turnovers are a killer.
yeah, Greenacre was open in the corner, and it was just a little bit too much steam on the pass from Vitaly Collins. 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining in this first half of play. A half that is absolutely flown by as Collins gets called for the reach-in as Kiefer was trying to cross him over.
Which is funny because I believe the back official called that, and all the action was all up here.
First foul against Vitaly Collins. Only the first team foul against Charlevoix in this quarter. Neither team with much foul trouble so far, as this game hasn't had very many disruptions in terms of the whistles being.
No, a minute to go and a half already. We're not even to 7:30.
Kimbrell up to Kiefer. Gone. Carson Kiefer in the corner now. And Schley on the floor for the Chiefs as the pull-up jump shot is good for Landon Gahn. And he's got 7 points in the quarter.
Can't lay off him, and you need help if you get beat, too. You can't leave wide open shots around the free throw line.
30 seconds remaining now in the first half of play. Charlevoix goes down low to Kraus. He's going to back it back out. Looks like the Raiders want to take the last shot of the half.
He would have had an easy shot if he just wouldn't have set up directly underneath the rim.
Gaffney now with 15. Collins drives baseline, tries to drop it down low, and it's stolen by Schley. That may be a case in point there, Eric, of turning down a good shot, searching for the last shot, and you turn it over.
Yeah, I want the first good shot. Even if there's still time left, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up a good shot unless I'm very adamant that there's only going to be one or no shots.
So we've got 1 second left. It's Andrew Kiefer inbounding for the Chiefs. Inside to Schley and the little Butterfingers at the end of the first half. As we hit the halftime intermission after 2 quarters of play, through 16 minutes, it's a 4-point Charlevoix lead, 23-19. We're going to step aside here for our Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. We'll be back in about 3.5 minutes after a word from our commercial sponsors.
Bases MI in Charlevoix has everything you need for a successful recovery journey from any type of substance abuse. With a unique blend of clinical expertise and compassionate care, they are ready to serve you and anyone you know with in-person or telehealth appointments. That's Bases MI at the corner of M66 and US 31, or visit them at basesmi.com.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete online.
Bases MI in Charlevoix has everything you need for a successful recovery journey from any type of substance abuse. With a unique blend of clinical expertise and compassionate care,
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Cheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision-related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods, with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
All right, welcome back in to the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport and the Charlevoix State Bank halftime show. Charles Strail, Eric Huffman, Charlevoix Raiders with a 4-point lead over the Cheboygan Chiefs after 2 quarters of play. Here we are sitting at the halftime intermission between these two teams. Eric, let's just break down the scoring so far and give everyone just a sample size of how this game has broke down so far.
Yeah, story of 2 periods for Cheboygan. So for the Chiefs, you've got Carson Kiefer with 6, all in the second period. Gone with 7, all in the second period. Schley with 2, and Andrew Kiefer with 4 points. For Charlevoix, Vitaly Collins with 1, Logan Watkins with 4, and Joe Gaffney with 7, and Jackson Krause leading all scorers so far with 11 points in the first half.
Well, I mean, I think the way that the Raiders started the game, you would really like it. The thing that has been the Achilles heel for Charlevoix have been the live ball turnovers going against this Cheboygan zone. Cheboygan's, when the Raiders get a shot up, they're either making it or getting the offensive rebound. The advantage here for Cheboygan has been turning Charlevoix over to keep them from shooting the ball, keep Cheboygan out of foul trouble, and then getting that transition, maybe a positive transition, going back the other way. And Carson Kiefer and Landon Gahn really woke up in the second quarter. They scored all 13 of Cheboygan's 13 points. And just talk about how these two teams are trying to approach this game stylistically.
You know, Cheboygan just kept on playing their game and waited for the game to come to them. And as you said, you had Carson Kiefer and Gahn go off on that second period, able to get in their spacing and even get to the mid-range jumper even, and able to get a couple of nice drives at the basket on the left side. And for Charlevoix, you know, had a nice start to the game, scoring 11 points in the first period. Granted, you scored 12 in the second period, but it looked like, for the most part, you started having a little bit of issues on offense, and that's where, like you said, the half-court turnovers and what else started coming into play against the Cheboygan zone. Too much dribbling going on. You don't dribble against the zone to beat a zone. You've got to, you know, nice quick passes, and then you've got to have nice quick rotations, open up those passing lanes, or get in a spot where you can set a screen or seal someone off to be able to get an interior pass, or use your inside-outside game. Just too much east and west with the dribble.
Well, as you said it right there, that's kind of the breakdown of what we've seen so far in basketball. We always like to say styles make fights. And Cheboygan, given that the size that they're working with, they have to play this zone defense. And you've seen the derivative of that is that Jackson Krause has been all over the offensive glass so far. While we have an opportunity to do so, we want to give a shout-out to the Charlevoix State Bank. During a time of mergers, acquisitions, and name changes, companies getting bought out and changing hands, the founders of Charlevoix State Bank saw a need for a truly local bank focused on our community and a strong customer relationships residing in Charlevoix County. Those values continue to drive them today as they love to support high school athletics through the support of tonight's game. That is Charlevoix State Bank, a proud sponsor of high school athletics on Next Level Broadcasting. Also want to give a shout out to the Lake House. Listen, from the moment you walk into the Lake House, the essence of easy living and life on the water shines through. They offer unique gifts, including wedding, home accessories, and furry friend items. Their assortment of gifts and home decor is perfect for your home, cottage, or even that boat. Come visit the Lake House to commemorate your visit to one of Northern Michigan's premier resort destinations located on 403 Bridge Street, or visit them online at thelakehousekcharlevoix.com, or you can just ask our friend Eric Huffman, the owner of the Lake House. Eric, first of all, got a lot of pet items in the store.
Yes, sir.
If somebody wants to walk in with their pet, what's the policy on that?
There's a sign right in the window as you're walking in. It says, I think it says just pet friendly. So
okay.
Yeah, we love all the types of pets come in there. Dogs, cats. We've had people walk in, I think, with parakeets on their shoulder once in a while too. We love all the pets. Yeah, we have a nice little pet section in there. You can get your dog or cat on a tumbler or a pair of socks or even an oven mitt set, whatever.
How about that?
You got it.
So obviously you have your summer collection that you recently just went down and made all your purchasing orders for.
Yes.
But how is the stock right now of winter accessories, snow globes? I mean, what do you got for winter accessories for the people?
And what we do sometimes, is after Christmas, we'll have like an after Christmas sale. And
Okay.
try to give the consumer an opportunity to buy next year's stuff too after this season's gotten over
There you
with.
go.
And then once we get back from our market, we just had our indoor sidewalk sales for all of downtown over this past weekend to try to get rid of any leftover holiday or any over lake or nautical items from last summer, as we just had 5 pallets of one of our biggest companies get dropped off the other day that we've got to make room for. And we just introduced the first 2 spring colors of Yeti being dropped off yesterday. So we're hot and heavy getting ready for spring now, although we're just in February, but we've got to get everything in by Memorial Weekend.
So a lot of stuff going on over at the Lake House, downtown Charlevoix. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Martin Concrete. Stay with us, people. We'll be back after this.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Well, you heard it right there from our friends at Martin Concrete yourselves, but I'll tell you about them as we have a little bit of time. Martin Concrete, which is located in Charlevoix, they specialize in your residential concrete constructions, providing prompt, high-quality concrete work that guarantees customer satisfaction. No job for them is too big or too small, and their long list of services include foundations, driveways, patios, sidewalks, and so much more. For the company that is proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding area, if you've got anything that you need, whether it's a footprint or a foundation, driveway, patio, call Martin Concrete at 231-838-9610. Or visit them online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com. And one of the things that Martin Concrete's doing, they stay trendy. They're doing that exposed aggregate concrete patio, which is of popular demand right now, as seen on HGTV or whatever type of home remodel show. That exposed aggregate is all the craze. You can get it from Martin Concrete here in Charlevoix. Charles Strail, Eric Huffman here, Charlevoix with a 4-point lead as we head into the third quarter of play. Eric, in the second half, what type of adjustments are you looking for each team to potentially make here as we get underway?
I don't think Cheboygan makes too many. I think for Charlevoix, you need to switch up your offense. Other than that, I think both teams played a nice game. Charlevoix just got stagnant with running the same thing and not looking for different ways to beat the zone.
Well, we'll see what each team is able to execute here. Obviously, you can talk about it. It's another thing to come out here and do it, and they find Schley with a nice basket cut to get things going here.
Yeah, nice find. Wide open inside for the easy bucket.
Charlevoix up by a deuce with their first possession of the second half.
So you start out with a 4 out and 1 in. You try to leak somebody running through, but then if you're not getting them underneath, they end up out on the wing anyway with your 4 out 1 in. You need to have some type of screen action and set up something at around the free throw line or down on one of the blocks.
Here's Collins slicing into the paint.
A good 1-4 set with some action would overload the zone and get you 2 or 3 quick passes to get you a wide open shot.
Collins trying to spin in. Yeah, the ball's got to get reversed a little quicker right now as they find Kraus on the baseline once again. That has been his domain tonight as he's got a baker's dozen, and the Raiders go back up by 4.
Again, Kraus very active from the get-go tonight.
There's a nice move by Andrew Kiefer and gets a friendly roll.
Slipped over.
He got the Charlevoix County taxpayer bounce on that one.
It always amazes me how they can hit the front of the rim and creep over.
Yeah, I think we saw that the other night down in Elk Rapids. Collins had a shot like that. Kraus goes to corner to Gaffney, inside to Pearl. He'll drive baseline. Reverse layup is in. Nice finish by Ryan Pearl using the opposite side of the backboard, and it's back to a 4-point game.
Pearl's first points of the night. Yep. Ryan's got to try to force the way around. Him and Schley could have a nice battle down there, fight for position.
Here's Carson Kiefer driving in, swings it out to his brother Andrew. Down low it goes to Schley.
Yeah, Cheboygan got caught. Too many people close together. Able to get to Schley, though, for the finish again.
Sometimes if you get 4 feet away, the best thing to do is just turn around and put it up. That's exactly what Nolan Schley did right there.
Be careful with the skip pass. Some of those people in zone are just waiting for that skip pass.
Back over to Gaffney. He'll attack the closeout, swing it back to the high post to Pearl. Down low goes to Kraus, and Kraus is fouled by Andrew Kiefer, and Kraus will go to the line.
I'm throwing my pen down because that's something I keep looking for out of Jackson Kraus, is getting the ball down there and going up strong through people instead of when there's traffic looking to get rid of it. Good job by him going up strong, getting a foul.
Here's the thing you know. If you're Jackson Kraus, if you're just marginally open and Ryan Pearl has the ball, that pass is coming to you.
Yes, sir.
First one is in for Jackson Kraus. Let me tell you this. If you're Ryan Pearl, you know how to pass. He's been playing with his father all his life. And if anybody knows John Pearl, you know he's going to shoot that rock. So Ryan Pearl certainly knows how to pass. As Jackson Kraus makes both at the free throw line.
Now let's see if we can protect the paint here. Man-to-man, are we being talkative and active behind the action? Nice.
There's a nice little cross screen for an open jump shot. And for Cheboygan, it was Kimbrell knocking it down. First made three-pointer of the half for either team.
It's blocked by McCurtain here.
Pearl with a nice little underhand scoop shot. Draws some contact, and he'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
Second on Andrew Kiefer.
Right now, this game is as close as it has been since we started it. It's a 1-point game after Kimbrell made that three-pointer. First free throw round and out for Ryan Pearl. And we have Ian Moran coming in for Charlevoix, replacing Logan Watkins. Both teams tonight going with some shortened benches as Cheboygan and Charlevoix dealing with some flu-like symptoms here this evening. Pearl makes the second of two. It's back to a 2-point Charlevoix lead. Just some token man-to-man pressure, full court for Charlevoix.
So be careful not to get beat. Give up baseline.
Kimbrell to Gahn, he'll go put it up. Schley on the offensive glass. Nice cut by Gahn, but tapped away by Collins in the hands of Pearl now.
Keep the possession, don't force it. Nice decision by Moran to get it out.
Collins travels. Yeah, he shuffled his feet as he was catching it and then took another step, and that's going to get whistled.
Used his pivot foot first and then gathered and then shuffled, It's a move he typically makes, just one extra step that time.
Handoff up top. Kiefer to Kimbrell. He's hit one before, and this one's a little bit no good. Schley on the offensive glass. And here comes Andrew Kiefer slicing and dicing.
It's a good decision by Schley initially. He stuck too far underneath under the basket, but he'll get a foul this time.
And this one's called against Ian Moran. That's his first, actually they give it against Jackson Kraus, his first personal. Cheboygan doing a better job of hanging with Charlevoix here on the glass this quarter, Eric.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it was kind of the Jackson Kraus teaching everyone how to rebound there in the first period.
Could, dare I say, Kraus Clinic?
Yes.
Sounds like a veterinary hospital.
Oh, that was so close.
Gahn saves it for Cheboygan, and they get a miraculous possession here as Andrew Kiefer has it up top.
Yeah, you got to deny him the ball. Picked up the dribble. Don't play off him.
Kimbrell drops it down low to Schley, and we got a foul called on the floor going against Ryan Pearl.
Get caught on the backside. Both teams with 2, not worried about free throws yet. 3.5 to go this period.
Eric, to my count, I think we've only seen 2 free throws taken this game.
1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like
6? Okay. I was way off. Down low to Nolan Schley. Blocked from behind by Kraus, and Gaffney, or excuse me, yeah, Gaffney's got it.
Good help defense again that time. Well, get yourself a good set here.
Cheboygan with excellent defensive transition there in that Raiders secondary break.
It's always nice to filter up the middle. That way you're not giving up anything, and then break out and get your defense set up.
Here's Joe Gaffney with it up top. We got 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in this third period. He'll kind of just squeak his way into the paint. Pearl working the pivots in all different directions. And Collins will put up the 3. A little too strong. Pearl on the glass, and we got a foul going against.
Nah, hit the furniture up
top.
You're
right.
Yep.
I was thinking they might get a push in the back. Kraus might have got away with one there, but it hit the stanchion first. Still just a 2-point game. It was a 4-point game at halftime, as we've got a call on the floor here going against Kiefer.
I think they
there's the old point of emphasis this year, Eric.
Yeah. I think we had a little emphasis from some other people on that one, as that was called by the
back
official on that one.
Although he would have the vantage point to see that elbow extend, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In that particular instance, I'm okay with the back official making that call.
I know. Just today's game, contact is such a judgment call.
Carter Greenacre from the 3 gets a very friendly bounce. Looks like somebody who's already submitted his taxes here in 2025 to get that bounce.
You got the lucky one there.
Andrew Kiefer down low to Nolan Schley, tapped away by Ryan Pearl. That's back-to-back possessions of Raider takeaways.
Watkins had to stay out, make himself available.
Traveled. And that's the second time this quarter where the Raiders have been in the process of moving their feet while they were catching the ball and then taking another step after catching the ball.
Yeah,
one time for Watkins, one time for Collins.
Too many times I've seen people get away with walking down the court without dribbling, unless you're in the NBA.
Cheboygan trying to close the gap here. It's now a 5-point lead. It was a 4-point game at halftime, so this game I don't think has ever been outside of 2 scores all night long. Largest Raider lead was 6 points. And here's Andrew Kiefer over to Landon Gahn. Kimbrell swings it to Carson Kiefer. He'll drive in. Blocked up top by Jackson Krause, but it's deflected off of Krause's knee and will stay here with Cheboygan.
The hard part is, when you're going out to play your man, when the pass is getting thrown out there, too many times players are overplaying and get too close and giving up a side drive or a baseline drive, almost like Gaffney did.
Inside it goes, a little inside and out. 3-ball, no good, but Schley's on the glass.
Nice save, man. He had some fire behind that pass.
Kimbrell, no good. Pearl rips down the rebound. And here come the Raiders in the hands of Gaffney. Watkins is going to tee up the 3, chases down his own miss, and scores it.
Yes.
And that's why you say follow your shot. Eric, how many times have you said that in your coaching career?
So many that you just said it for me.
Follow your shot, man.
Oh, man.
Kiefer has it stolen away by Pearl, and this will be a jump ball.
How many times do you get caught standing there and just staring at the ball, and your defender just walks up there and gets it because you wanted a ball watch?
And oftentimes the player contesting your shot will go by you.
Yeah.
So there's essentially a non-existent block out for the shooter, especially from deep.
Well, I always say this. Everything that's done is done with a purpose. There's always something to do next.
Do have to give credit for Cheboygan for their coverage tonight against Carter Greenacre. He was a player that significantly impacted that game up at Cheboygan.
Oh,
and
nice try by Watkins. Just got stuck by the rim.
Here comes Gahn, all the way blocked by Greenacre, but a foul. So Gahn will go to the line for 2.
Nice effort.
That's the first foul against Carter Greenacre, the third against Charlevoix.
Yeah, and again, just 5 fouls by each team tonight so far.
Game's starting to slow down just a little bit, but still at 7:50 Eastern Standard Time as Landon Gahn misses the first of 2, as Vitaly Collins will check in for Logan Watkins. We've got 16 seconds left here as Gahn makes the second of 2. Charlevoix will be playing for the last shot of this quarter, presumably, in the hands of Joe Gaffney. 5 seconds to go. Inside the Pearl.
Oh, you need to turn and look. Yep. There you, yeah, you had to put it up there.
Kraus fighting for the offensive glass, and that's how we'll go to the fourth quarter. The Raiders extend their once 4-point lead at halftime to a 6-point lead as we begin the final 8 minutes here from Charlevoix, as the Raiders are taking on the Cheboygan Chiefs here in the second to last game of the season before we get into the tournament. We'll be back in 1 minute after this.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Cheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Bases MI in Charlevoix has everything you need for a successful recovery journey from any type of substance abuse. With a unique blend of clinical expertise and compassionate care, they are ready to serve you and anyone you know with in-person or telehealth appointments. That's Bases MI at the corner of M66 and US 31, or visit them at basesmi.com.
All right, and we have 8 minutes on the clock, and we are now in the final quarter between the Raiders and the Cheboygan Chiefs, as it is Landon Gahn bringing it down the floor. Cheboygan with this first possession, trying to get something inside, but it's tapped away and stolen into the hands of Greenacre.
Nice possession by Pearl, or position by Pearl. Again, at this point, Collins has been able to do much offensively. He needs, again, be just a facilitator at this point, see what they give him. Nice shot by Gaffney for 3.
That's his second made 3 of the game.
First points of the second half.
And the Raiders go up by their largest margin here tonight, 9 points. We've got a timeout taken here, and we're going to head over to the coach cam provided by the Charlevoix Lake House. Eric, take it away with your coach cam set and breakdown.
Yeah, we just talked about ways to get the ball inside more against Cheboygan's defense. So I'm just going to do it just a little quick 1-4 set here. And again, just some simple movements, and you're looking to overload the zone. So we'll just do it real quick as the horn's blowing. So you want to move over here and pass the ball. He'll bring it down, and you'll have one guy flash down, see if you can't get him flashing down, the other guy flashing across, see if you can't get him. And then you've got your guard here, your other guard here, and you've got 4 guys here that 3 defenders have to guard. So you're getting a 4-on-3. But if you don't get anything there, you can reverse it to your point guard. This guy has gone backside and maybe be available. He will cheat back up, get the reverse pass here, and then we diagonal cut behind the zone to try to get open. So it's continuity with a 1-4 set.
Cheboygan with it, their largest deficit of the game right now at 9 points after that Joe Gaffney 3-pointer on the other end for Charlevoix. Here's Kimbrell driving in, count it, +1. Kimbrell with a huge answer back coming out of the timeout for Cheboygan.
Yeah, it's giving up, again, giving up driving lanes. You know, keep your spacing. I always talk about, I've said it a million times, having at least an arm's length or whatever and having your wide base. So that way, as soon as he steps, you've got to step over there to take that angle away. But no, we want to play too much in their shorts, and they get 1 step and they're halfway by you, and all you can do is foul.
Kimbrell looking to make it a 6-point game with the make. He can't, so it's still a 3-score, but Andrew Kiefer gets the rebound, and it'll stay here with Cheboygan as it's tapped out of bounds by Greenacre.
You're up 7, just under 7 minutes now. These next 2 minutes will tell a lot. You got to keep this lead or extend it by at least 1 or 2 points, and then we can start talking about what we want to do as far as changing philosophy towards the end of this, or the rest of this period.
There's Landon Gahn that couldn't get it, but Schley cleaning up the loose ends, scores it, and it's a 5-point deficit now for Cheboygan.
And we'll just chalk that up as lazy defense.
I think that's a fair assessment. So Cheboygan on a 4-0 run coming out of that timeout. It's back to a 5-point lead after it was just a 9-point lead, but Carter Greenacre is too strong on the three-pointer. Raiders reset with Ryan Pearl's offensive rebound. Gaffney teeing up the long ball, and he's got another one. His third of the game, second in the fourth quarter, and maybe he's found his shooting stroke here tonight.
Yeah, you can see Collins might be getting away from his shot a little bit. Again, being the facilitator, you know, and looking to do drive and dish it or set some screens. Obviously, Gaffney got a nice wide open look.
All courtesy of that second chance provided by Pearl on the glass.
Greenacre giving up the left-handed lane for a drive and almost a foul again.
Kimbrell took advantage of the open highway to the rim and paid it off with the basket. 6-point Raider lead. Inside it goes to Pearl, back out to Collins. He'll attack the gap. Into Pearl at the high post. Free throw line jump shot is good.
Yeah, and that's Pearl's shot, too. I love him when he gets the ball around the free throw line.
Tell you what, Pearl might be one of the most versatile pieces of any player in Northern Michigan as Schley knocks down the triple.
He's got Schley there being versatile. Inside game, that's his first shot from the outside. Nice looking three.
Under 5 minutes now in the final quarter of play. Joe Gaffney up top. Eric, at what point in time do you have to come out of the zone defense, or if you're Charlevoix, when do you really start trying to make Cheboygan come out of the zone?
Well, that's why I was talking about these next couple of minutes, be depending on where our lead is. As if right now it's down to 5 points, so I'm not so sure about what I would want to do if we were still up 7, 8, or 9. We'll see what happens when we get down to 4 minutes. If we're up 5 with 4 minutes to go, I would pull it out and go 5 out or go my 50.
Sure. Schley with a little bit of a heat check there, and it was no good. Charlevoix has it back on their side of the court now.
Depending on how many timeouts I have, I'd probably burn one now and explain what the next 4 minutes is gonna be.
Looks like they're trying to slow the pace down a little bit. Pearl swings it out to Gaffney in the corner for another three ball, and that's Gaffney's third trifecta of the quarter, fourth of the game. Ooh. Nice answer back by Carson Kiefer.
Right over the top of him, too.
I mean, he shot that directly with a hand in his face and knocked it down. These teams
You've got the lead. You just got to be patient. Don't need to force it.
Greenacre takes the corner three, and it's through.
Yeah, that's one of his favorite spots, too.
That's the first made three-pointer of the game for Carter Greenacre, and the fourth made three-pointer of the quarter for the Raiders. Second for Greenacre. And the answer right back by Andrew Kiefer. These teams are going shot for shot, and we're at the gym, not at the bar.
I like that one. 3 minutes ago, 6 points. It's still anybody's ball game. Kind of a 2-on-2, 4 out, 1 in look still for Charlevoix. Gaffney with a heat check three, and he's good for his fourth one this period.
And you know, Eric, the ball movement, the passing has been much better for Charlevoix in this fourth quarter. I don't know if you know that most recent possession, you saw the ball moving around. There wasn't a lot of dribbling They were in positions, moving to the pass, and then finding the hot hand right now, which is Gaffney, who's got 4 made threes in the fourth quarter.
And again, when you talk about you can't beat a zone with a dribble. You got to beat it with nice, crisp passing, good passing lanes, and be ready to receive the ball when you're open, so you don't have to take 2 seconds collecting yourself, finding your favorite spot on the ball, and then putting a shot up and letting the defense catch up. Did I say enough there?
They keep talking, man. Let it fly, man. Cut it loose. That's what these teams are out here doing tonight, especially from deep. Charlevoix with 5 made threes in this fourth quarter. Here's a shot by Kimbrell, no good. Ryan Pearl has it.
He was hoping for the foul.
Yep. Gaffney brings it across the timeline.
Okay, you're up 9. I'm pulling everybody out. This is 50. We're going 5 out.
Especially with the zone.
That pulls the zone. They have to go man to man, and you've got nothing but layups. There you go. Now screen and recover is what you got to do.
Collins attacks.
Should be on the floor. Collins' first real attack of the night, too.
And, I mean, he's kind of been take 2 dribbles, jump stop into the paint, and then swing and kick against the zone. Now that you've forced Cheboygan to go more man, Collins can now take that dribble handoff and get to the basket.
And now as we're getting a timeout, Cheboygan will probably change up their strategy for these last 2 minutes.
Well, as we've got a timeout on the floor, we want to tell you about some more of our sponsors tonight. We want to thank Bingham Insurance. Listen, running a small business can be risky, but the one thing you can't leave to chance is your insurance coverage. Bingham Insurance wants to help keep you covered from the unexpected from happening. That's Bingham Insurance Company, representing auto owners insurance, located right downtown Charlevoix. Also want to give a shout out to Bases MI. Bases MI in Charlevoix has everything you need for a successful recovery journey for any type of substance abuse, whether this is a loved one or an extended family member. Bases MI has a unique blend of clinical expertise and compassionate care. They are truly ready to serve you and anyone you know with in-person or telehealth appointments. That's Bases MI at the corner of M66 and US 31. Or if you're interested, you can see for yourself online at basesmi.com. So, Eric, you just kind of talked us through what you're trying to do here strategically. If you're Cheboygan, when do you start giving fouls? You're down 9, only 1 team foul.
I would have done it a little while ago.
Okay.
Obviously, I would have been strategizing a couple minutes ago from the Charlevoix end about stalling, and I probably would have started pressing them probably 3 minutes ago or so if I was Cheboygan, or change up my strategy and coming out of the zone. Some type of half-court trap or some type of trap. You gotta start enforcing these or going for steals.
There's a nice baseline out of bounds play, and Vitaly Collins pays it off. It's a 11-point Raider lead, the largest of the game.
And that's what happens when you get pulled out of your zone. You get uncomfortable, and you end up giving a nice, easy layup like that. Collins' first nice drive and bucket of the night right there.
And the man on the assisting end of that was none other than Ryan Pearl, the trigger man for a lot of Raider offense. He's on the assisting end of a lot of their plays.
Quick update with a minute and a half to go here. In the third period in Cheboygan, Lady Chiefs 17 and Lady Raiders 12.
So we got a barn burner up in Cheboygan between the girls varsity teams here tonight, doing a home and home. Boys here tonight, Charlevoix with an 11-point lead, as I believe the foul's called against Landon Gahn.
Got another nice game going on over in Boyne City. Ramblers leading Elk Rapids in the third quarter by a point, 25-24.
Boyne City is one of those teams where if you catch them on a hot night or hot shooting night for Boyne City, they can truly beat anyone. And Boyne City will be in the same district as Cheboygan.
Yeah, again, we talked about that at the beginning of the game. Cheboygan up at the top of the bracket, Boyne City at the bottom, so the first time closest they would meet would be in the final. We
just had a couple of Raider substitutions coming in tonight.
You've got Talon Jacobs coming in, number 13, and McClure, 23, coming up from the JV after a nice performance on the JVs tonight.
Got a hand check foul called against Cheboygan. That's only their 3rd team foul. And some more Raider substitutions coming in. That'll be Jack Terryberry and Carter Greenacre. Joe Gaffney gets a nice hand from this hometown crowd. Final tally for Joe Gaffney tonight.
Yeah.
16?
19.
19 points for Joe Gaffney, kind of breaking out of that shooting slump he was in. And nice to see him start knocking down the long ball again in this fourth quarter.
12 points in the fourth, all threes, 19 for the game, and 5 threes for the game.
5 threes for Gaffney, 2 threes for Greenacre for Charlevoix.
Jackson Krause, who's now on the bench, 15 points for him tonight.
He's got a made three-pointer as well, so 8 made threes for Charlevoix tonight. And we're under 1 minute to go.
Correct on the 8 threes.
Ian Moran drives in, dumps it down to Talon Jacobs in the corner. He'll drive baseline on the left side, put it up, rolls off, and here comes Andrew Kiefer for the Chiefs.
Nice, confident move by the freshman, though.
Kiefer gets into the paint, swung over now, almost a travel, and knocking it down for the Chiefs.
Lockwood. 3. Must be something you don't see every day as you got the crowd erupting for that one.
Ian Moran on the baseline feed from Terry Berry. Back out to Terry Berry. He's fouled on the closeout with 20 seconds to go.
Hoskins foul on that play. Put that gentleman in the book.
Just as Lockwood's in the book with that made three-pointer on that.
Nice look for Jacobs. He's got to go up strong.
Corner for Greenacre. Jacobs catches it up top. He'll look to attack. Over to Terry Berry now. He'll drive in, put it up off the glass, and no good. Moran has a second chance rebound. Swung back to Terry Berry. He'll put it up. And this one's just a little bit awry, and that will do it. Final score here from Charlevoix Raiders. Secure the 8-point win, 54-46 over the Cheboygan Chiefs. Charlevoix will advance to 14-7. Cheboygan will drop to 14-8. Next up for Charlevoix will be a home game versus the Frankfurt Panthers on Thursday night. And for Cheboygan, they'll start prepping for their districts beginning next Wednesday, as Cheboygan has a first-round bye and will take on the winner of Kalkaska and Sault Ste. Marie. Eric Huffman, your final thoughts here tonight before we put a ribbon on this game.
Good to see Charlevoix. You know, they've seen them after a 7-game winning streak. I'll have some struggles there. Lost 3 out of 4, so nice to see them kind of get back into their groove a little bit tonight as they start building up towards districts. For Cheboygan, not a bad game here. Again, you're building up for your districts too, as you've got. I don't know if you've got anything left the rest of this week, but you're building up for your the winner of Kalkaska and Sault Ste. Marie for you going into the second round of districts as you get a first-round bye.
Well, there you have it right there. Our fourth quarter and post-game recap tonight brought to you by the Gaylord Eye Care Center with 4 locations in Gaylord, Bel Air, Boyne City, and Cheboygan. Eric Huffman, when you look at the book tonight, what jumps off the page?
Jackson Krause. Again, I say this pretty much every time we do a Charlevoix game. It's like he's one of my favorite players to cover, and when he is getting his game or plays confident out there, it really adds another dimension to the already potent offense or potent team that the Charlevoix Raider team can be. Again, when he plays confident, again, just gives another layer to this team that kind of makes them, I think, one of the better teams in the North when they're playing on their game.
Well, that's going to do it here from Charlevoix. Raiders secure the 6-point win over the Northern Shores opponent. That will wrap up conference play for both teams. We want to thank once again all of our sponsors tonight. From the Gaylord Eye Care Center, Martin Concrete, Bases MI, Bingham Insurance here in Charlevoix, the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, the Lake House, Charlevoix State Bank, for making this game possible for you to watch from the comfort of wherever you find comfort. This has been a presentation of high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back on air tomorrow night with the Gaylord St. Mary girls taking on the Bel Air Eagles, going back to the Ski Valley for a Battle of the Birds. For myself, Charles Strail, Eric Huffman, we say good night from Charlevoix, Michigan. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of the night.